What's up, everybody? Welcome back again. Today we're going to continue this series. Today we're going to look at the different plagues, the plagues from the Old Testament and the plagues that will be coming upon the earth in the 7-year tribulation, and how some of them they mimic each other. So if you look in the Old Testament, this is when Moses was leading the Israelites out of Egypt. They had water in the blood, they had frogs, lice, flies, they had boils, they had hail, they had locusts, they had darkness for several days. They had death to the firstborn. You could also go ahead and add 11th plague onto this, as when the Israelites went to the Red Sea and the Egyptians were crushed by the water. It kind of went back to when they unalived a lot of the Israelite babies into the water and stuff. So you could kind of add that one on to that also. Remember these ones here, the water to blood, and when Moses threw his staff down to become a serpent, the councilmen Jambres and Janus in the council of Ramses also did these two plagues, water to blood and the snakes. But after that, they cannot do it. Their black magic was pretty much done with. That shows you the power of God. So let's move over here. I'll make you guys dizzy and look at some of these plagues. Here you have hail, fire, and blood. You have seas to blood, which would be a third of the sea, like the rivers back then in those days were blood. You will have some bitter waters. You will have some of the planets will be darkened. You have demon locusts. Well, back in the Old Testament, you had locusts, which were like grasshoppers. They're not cicadas. A lot of people think those are cicadas. They're actually grasshoppers, which eat thousands of acres of plants. You will have a 200 million man army come up through there, demon army coming up through there. And then the farther you go down, you will have more sea to blood, rivers to blood, kind of like the Old Testament. Men will be scorched because of the sun. Darkness, Euphrates will dry up. So there's a lot more in here. And if you look at some of these, are going to be sores and boils, and kind of like back in the Old Testament where they had the boils come on them. And here there will be sores and boils for unbelievers. So it's going to be so hot, it's going to scorch you so bad. I mean, imagine being in Death Valley times 1,000,000. That's what it's going to be like. And up here in the beginning of this tribulation, there will be a famine, a great famine, greater than what there was in the day of Joseph. And even the animals will be starving to death, and they will turn violent and try to eat whatever, just to survive, just as mankind will. So some of these plagues in the 7-year tribulation represent some of the plagues of the Old Testament. This is why a lot of people believe that Moses will be one of the two witnesses, which we'll see these two guys right here. A lot of people believe one of those is Moses, due to a lot of the plagues will resemble what he did in Egypt with the power of God. But I believe these two is Elijah and Enoch. So I know a lot of people's got their different opinions on that. A lot of people believe it's just some kind of crazy stuff some of them do. But so if you guys got any questions, drop them in the comments. You can get these charts at dakebibles.com. They have so many different sizes. This is a 3-foot one. They go up to 9 foot, all the way up to 17 foot. The 17 foot would be like for your auditorium in your church, and they get kind of pricey if you get up that big. So if you guys don't have any more questions, we're gonna try to end this up on this chart, unless you guys want some questions answered about something else. We'll end up with a lot of this stuff, so we'll go on to something else. You guys have a good rest of your day.